Did you know that nearly half of teachers report experiencing high levels of stress during the school year, and that nearly 55% have considered leaving the profession sooner than they originally planned since the pandemic? All of this to say, teacher stress is really becoming a big deal, and it's something that school districts and society at large is really going to need to address in order to keep happy teachers and healthy schools. So what causes high teacher stress? Well, studies have shown that there are 4 main contributors. The first is workload, the amount of work that teachers are asked to do both on the job and at home. The second one is student behavior, and lots of studies have shown us that student behavior negatively impacts a teacher's motivation and their stress levels. The next is job demands, and these have really changed in the last couple of years. As state and national testing has increased, so has the pressure on teachers to perform. And finally, a teacher's available resources play a big role in their stress level. And this can be time, this could be money, this could be classroom resources, all compound to create more stress. When teacher stress becomes too much, teachers begin to leave the profession, and teacher retention becomes a big problem. When there's high teacher turnover, it's been found to affect students and their achievements at school. If you're like me, you're probably thinking, okay, well, this problem has been around for a while, so surely school districts are trying to do something about it. And the answer is partially correct. They are attempting interventions to help mitigate stress levels of teachers. They've tried things like mindfulness-based programs, knowledge-based interventions, behavioral regulation, and even cognitive behavioral treatment. Some of these things have showed positive results, but the problem that school districts continue to run into is limited available time. Teachers can't simply leave their students to go and do an intervention, and there's not always enough time before or after school or on in-service days to complete these interventions. Well, what can we do? With these limitations in mind, it seems like an intervention that takes a short amount of time might be just what we're looking for. This is where breathwork comes in. Breathwork is the conscious control or manipulation of the breath. In a study done by Melis Balbin and their team, breathwork was found to reduce anxiety and negative affect, or the tendency to experience uncomfortable emotions. It also increased participants' positive affect, or the frequency that participants experienced positive emotions. The coolest part? All of this happened in just 5 minutes a day. The more days in a row they practiced, the better they felt. Another study conducted by Xiao Ma and their team looked at the effect diaphragmatic breathing, or belly breathing, had on attention, negative affect, and stress. To measure the body's physiological or physical response to stress, they collected saliva samples. With the saliva, they were able to measure cortisol levels. Now, cortisol is a hormone often called the stress hormone that is produced by your adrenal glands. And this hormone helps to prepare the body for fight or flight. So when your body is stressed, you'll find increased concentrations of cortisol in the body. They found that after just 20 sessions of diaphragmatic breathing, participants' cortisol levels had decreased significantly. This indicates that on a scientific level, breathwork really can reduce our stress levels. You might be asking yourself, well, I breathe all day. Shouldn't I be experiencing these effects already? And you might be, but breathwork is so much more than just inhaling and exhaling. In fact, it's a pretty ancient practice. The origins of breathwork can be traced back to many different cultures in India, China, shamanic communities, ancient Greece, and even the Bible. We're talking thousands of years old. Breathwork entered the Western world around the 1950s through the work of Stan Grof, Leonard Orr, Dr. Konstantin Buteyko, Wim Hof, and others. In our culture, we spend a lot of time taking shallow breaths. To experience the effects of breathwork, we need to breathe with intention, dropping the breath into our low belly and extending our inhales and exhales. Now that you know a little more about breathwork, let's get back to teachers. How can they use these practices to help combat stress? And the answer is follow the science. Carve out 5 minutes after you wake up, before or after school, or even before you go to bed to close your eyes, focus on your body, and practice belly breathing. As both an elementary music teacher and a yoga teacher, I can vouch for the change these practices have made in my life. The more I practice, the more often I notice my body naturally using these deep breaths throughout the day when I enter into stressful situations. Breathwork can't grade your papers or get your students to stop blurting, but it can help you stay in control of your emotions and feel a little bit better as you take on the important and often rewarding job of educating students.